November 19, 2017. Well, sometimes you just find some crazy stuff here. We built a power supply on this 7000 series scope. Had an intermittent in the right channel horizontal amplifier plug-in. It was an intermittent driving me crazy. I thought I was going to have to pull this main interface board, which I dreaded. And I thought the problem was probably on the A4 board here, on the horizontal channel switch, where they switch. There's logic circuits in here that switch between the two horizontal plugins. Well, anyway, it's not on the A4 board. There's an interface board here, and believe it or not, if I can look carefully here, okay, here it is. This pin was an intermittent. And looking at it, it was never soldered. It left the Tektronix factory and it was just making mechanical contact. There was no solder on this pin. And that's what the problem was. This is like a jumper board that goes between the A4 logic board. There's these gold-plated pins that go through these connectors. Well, anyway, this was the intermittent, so I'll solder it and this should come back to life. If only all repairs could be this easy. Here was the culprit. This is the A19 horizontal interconnect. This is just a board that connects those gold pins together between the main board and the horizontal board here. One of these connections, I'm not sure which one it was intermittent. I was glad it wasn't this. I thought it might have been this chip here, but we lucked out this time. The right horizontal plug-in had a low output on it. It was intermittent, so I wasn't getting the signal into the horizontal amplifier board here. So the problem would be, here's the B horizontal input. It would have been one of these pins here on this side. The A horizontal input was okay. So anyway, it's back in its glory. I think these are the best scopes ever made, in my opinion. This unit was dead when I got it. One of the main filter caps was bad. This one. It's a 950 microfarad electrolytic. What's interesting is the caps in the power supply, the two main filter caps were different. There was this one that was bad. It measured a few nanofarads open. There was another one that was 1000 microfarads, a smaller blue one, and what they did, they must have replaced an original one of these because the blue cap was physically smaller, and they came up with an adapter they made out of aluminum bar in a barrel that connected on the new cap and extended the distance out so it would fit, the new cap would fit in the circuit board. I found that interesting. It's also a bad diode in one of the supplies, the 130 volt supply I believe it was. Anyway, the unit back working. Both horizontal compartments work. That intermittent on the right horizontal compartment, the symptom was a collapsed horizontal sweep. I only had sweep between about this much here, and it was due to that intermittent pin on the interconnect board, so it's working now. I think these 7000 series were some of the best scopes Tech ever made. I think in the video this looks like it's blooming. It doesn't look like it here. Maybe it looks better there. It's very dark to me, but in the video it probably looks better. There, see, that looks normal to me, but it's blooming in the video. Barely visible. That's interesting. Pretty sensitive camera, I guess, these pickups. Anyway, now that is all.